Okay, so in this video I want to talk about uh, the chapter 1020 from One Piece, and obviously this video is gonna have a spoiler warning, so if you not yet read the chapter yet, don't watch this video, because this will gonna talk about spoilers and so on. Obviously, right now Yamato's devil fruit is revealed. It's the mythical dog fruit. So it's a mythical dog. It's not a Sharian, it's not, so it's a dog. So I speculate before as one of my second speculation was that Yamato will have a mythical dog, because if Yamato joins this Straw Hat's crew, probably Yamato will be the character that fight against Katrina the Wand, that have the nine-tailed fox devil fruit. So that means a mythical dog versus a mythical fox. So that's probably gonna happen, and this kind of thing. And the rest of the chapter is about Nico Robin, Brooke against Black Maria's and her minions. That fight is okay. It's not as for me. For me personally, I was more interested in the fight between Jinbei and Who's Who, but it can also be like that. It's probably because of that in the beginning of the chapter it was revealed of Yamato's devil fruit, and maybe we want really want maybe see this thing more right now than Robin's fight against Black Maria. But Black Maria used illusion with her yokai staff. She used illusion so people see old memories and this kind of thing. Yeah, so that probably was that. I read, and then in the end of the chapter we see Nico Robin's new form, her like a big giant version of herself. I really hope that the next chapter that we see her using armament hockey, and we start to see Kaido's backstory, because right now this is the thing I really look forward to, this Kaido's backstory. So I really look forward to that. I think because now everybody have fights with Sasaki have chapter before versus Frankie, Who's Who have fight against Jinbei, Black Maria right now fight against Nico Robin and Brooke. The only one, and then what was the next chapter probably will be about Zoro versus King or Sanji versus Queen, a continuation of that fight, and this kind of thing. But the thing right now is obviously that Zoro, that King fighting against Marco, so maybe Zoro will fight against Sparrow. And see, I don't know what will happen really, how that fight will go, if they fight, how strong Sparrow is in compared to Zoro. Sparrow uses the candy fruit, like he can use with his power can transform candy ability, like candies and this kind of thing. But probably the fight I'm most looking forward obviously is continuation between Yamato and Kaido, that fight. And after that I have to say Queen and Sanji, because I think Queen is a very interesting character. He's his Brachiosaurus devil fruit, and obviously he's a cyborg, and this so that is very cool. Let's see. Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's just I don't know. I don't want to sound like the chapter was uninteresting. But the problem is that when you're waiting for something so long, for example, Nico Robin and Black Maria's fight, and then exactly the same chapter you see that in the beginning you see Yamato and Kaido's, and you see also Yamato's devil fruit. It's like it's a bit too much. I think they should save Nico Robin's fight for next chapter and focus only on that thing, and then they can reveal the devil fruit Yamato this chapter instead, because this take away something from Nico Robin. I think this kind of thing, because now everybody gonna talk about Yamato's devil fruit reveal, the mythical dog fruit. Because every time when a mythical devil fruit is revealed in One Piece, everybody is very interested in that, and everybody will forget the other thing about in the story. And obviously because this fight, and we see Yamato using like some kind of a yoga flames, like use flame from her mouth. She can use flame, and the guardian is that she is the protector of duty. So Kaido give that devil fruit to her because Yamato has the secret weapon for Wano that should originally have Yamato Orochi's place as the shogun of Wano. And then Kaido is obviously the highest ranking officer. So when Kaido is out plundering and conquering, Yamato is there to be the shogun, to control Wano. Well, obviously Yamato don't want to do that, and Yamato right now fighting against her father. So it's very cool. Both of them can use flames. Kaido can use flame. Yamato can use flame attacks, and this kind of thing. So it sounds like right now like that is very common for characters that can use devil fruit, can use flame in different ways. For example, Big Mom can use flame from her son, from Prometheus. Yamato use flame. Kaido use flame. Sabo can use flame. Almost even Luffy can use flame attack with her, like his friction with his rubber attack. So it sounds like the flame attacks is very, very common to see in One Piece and this kind of thing. And I think the best part I honestly have to say in this chapter is the fight with Kaido and Yamato. That is probably the best part in the beginning. More commonly in One Piece is more the best part is always in the end of the chapter, but right now the best part was in the beginning. Obviously the fight with Nico Robin and Black Maria was good. It was they have interesting ability obviously, but I'm wondering what will happen with Nico Robin after Yamato joins the crew, if Yamato joins the crew, because both of them can read poneglyph. And I'm wondering if, I don't want to sound like this, but for me wondering if Nico Robin will have any purpose if Yamato joins the crew. I know that people that I also really like Nico Robin, that many people will get probably very angry when I say this kind of thing, but it's a bit, you know what I mean. You know, when you get a new crew member, it's always important that crew member is not gonna take all the fame from the older crew members. And I think in some way that Yamato will take Nico Robin's place in some way, because now we have, obviously when Yamato joins the crew, we have 3 members that have devil fruits. Monkey, Nico, and Yama. All of them, these 3 characters have devil fruits. The rest of them, obviously Brook, and obviously Sarong there, and Chopper, and this kind of thing. But I think, I don't know, I really don't want to sound like this when I talk. I don't know why I don't am more happy about the fight with Nico Robin and Black Maria. I don't know. It's almost like, I think Brooks do the more working in this fight than Nico Robin. For me, I think that is the problem. I think all the other fights against the Topperopos was 1-on-1. Jinbei, Who's Who, Sasaki, Frankie, all of the others was 1-on-1. And obviously Sanji against one of the All-Star Queen was 1-on-1. For me, is this very important when we see 1-on-1 fight, because then we can see what they can do on their own when they are not with their crew. And it's almost like Nico Robin have to have Brook there to have a chance against Black Maria, and I think that is the thing that takes away from me. For all of the other fight was 1-on-1. And Nico Robin is a strong character. I think she can handle Black. So maybe in the next chapter we're gonna see a real fight on 1-on-1 against, and Brooke is somewhere else in the house fighting against the minions, and that's gonna be more interesting to see. But because more was focusing on Brooke in this fight, for me that was taking away a huge chunk of this kind of thing. I really like that, makes this whole thing bit disappointing. But the chapter was good, and it was very nice to see the reveal of Yamato's mythical devil fruit, and this kind of thing. So that is cool that one of my speculation was correct in some ways, not 100%, because I say that I think Yamato have a mythical celestial dog, devil fruit, celestial dog. Obviously it is a dog, but it's not that type of a dog. So in that sense I was wrong. The same that I speculated from very, like, for many years ago I speculated about Queen was a cyborg, but I think speculated Queen was a cyborg cave bear, a big bear. But that was incorrect. The correct thing was that Queen was a cyborg and was a brachiosaurus. So in that sense I was correct in one part, was wrong in the other part, and this kind of thing. And I think that is the most interesting thing with One Piece, that you can speculate. All the people that read One Piece can speculate in many different ways. Like, for example, I remember when I speculated about Kaido, I speculated that Kaido was a big bull of heaven, or he was a bull demon king from Journey to the West, and I was wrong there too. So that I was totally wrong in every shape or form. I was wrong. He was he was a fish, a mythical fish, that turned to a dragon, Eastern dragon, and this kind of thing. But obviously, I think right now probably Yamato probably have one of the absolutely coolest mythical soul endeavor fruits of all. Obviously, Marco, Yamato. I have to say right now I'm. It's really hard to say this, but I think right now I more prefer Yamato's mythical devil fruit over Marco's devil fruit. Marco's is number 2 of the mythical fruit, and number 3 is Kaido, and Yamato Orochi's mythical devil fruit, mythical soul and devil fruit should be much cooler on another person. I don't like Yamato Orochi, but I think that the devil fruit looks good. But if some other more talented fighter have that fruit, it's gonna be much cooler to see. So maybe, I don't think so, but maybe Zoro will get that fruit, but it's very little chance. But if maybe, I still think that Momonosuke and that little girl will be the 2 characters that take down Yamato Orochi with Liz. They're probably gonna trick Yamato Orochi to drink some rice wine, and in the wine they're gonna put in some of the controlling candies, when the controlling thing that the girl can do. And when Yamato Orochi drink this, he gonna be under her control and be like a little puppet. And that is just my speculation for what can happen in the future of Wano. And obviously I still think that some of the Black Bear pirates, or maybe all of the Black Bear pirates, will come to Wano, specifically Black Bear, because the third devil fruit that Blackbeard will have is probably the soul fruit that Big Mom have. And there obviously is a connection between Big Mom and Kaido. So if Big Mom dies, then maybe Kaido's curse will be broken in some way, in this kind of thing. That's everything I say right now, beside obviously the beginning of this video, is just huge speculation, prediction. Nothing is confirmed about that. The only thing that we see in chapter 1019, we see a big painting with different members, different member in One Piece, different, and one of the character was Sanjay Wolf from the Blackbeard Pirates, standing there. So that is just a huge prediction all this time. Nothing is confirmed. So the only confirmation is that we know about Yamato's mythical devil fruit's name. We know about the title. That is the only thing, and with Black Maria's fight, but the other part is just speculation. So that, and the next week we will continuation with the chapter 1021, because it's not going to be any break. So I think we will have so it's 2 weeks with no break. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next chapter. I don't know when Kaido's backstory will start, if we're ever gonna see Kaido's backstory, and this kind of thing. But he was formerly a member of the Rocks Pirates, and the leader was Rock Disabek. Kaido do not have that fruit at that time, and Big Mom give it him in some point after the Battle of Guard Valley, I think. And then in some way Kaido have a daughter that was Yamato. We don't know who Yamato's mother was. And then they come to Wano, working with Yamato Orochi, because Yamato Orochi gave them specific weapons. They built factories, and Queen was there. Queen was one of, before Queen was working with the 5 scientists like Vegapunk, Caesar Clown, Sanji's father. I don't know his name. Sanji's father, that the king over the war king over the Yarma kingdom, and this kind of thing. He's like some kind of pacifista cyborg kind of character. So they are scientists, and the only character we don't know yet how this character looks like is Vegapunk. And so I said before, I think Vegapunk was a member of the Rocks Pirates, and Rock Disabek never died. Maybe he lost the fight, but he never was killed in that battle. So he will come back maybe somewhere in the end of One Piece. And that, so I said before, right now it's just my speculation is that Monkey D. Dragon and Rock Disabek are the same person, or Rock Disabek is the father of Monkey D. Dragon. I think they are the same person, and at the same time I also think that him is also, all of these 3 characters are the same one, or they have some connection with each other. That is just my speculation. And obviously the 5 elders are some kind of robots that are programmed to work, to tell a lie, that the war was never they are under control of the Rocks Disabek. So it's lots of interesting things that we will maybe hear more information about when the Revolutionary Army, more information about them, because we know very little. We only know that the Revolutionary Army want to overthrow the Celestial Dragon, but they never tell us what their plan are after that. And that I think is going. I think that this thing is. I think personally is one of the most interesting things to know about. What do they want to do after the Celestial Dragons are gone? How will they build up One Piece? How will the One Piece look like, the One Piece world, without the Celestial Dragons, without the world government? Who will rule everything? Will the Revolutionary Army be the new world government? And this kind of thing. It's interesting to see, really interesting to see what happens, because most of the time when a new coup d'etat of a country, the new regime is not almost better or worse. They're almost similar. Yes, they have different ideology, but they always work for their own benefit. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Monkey D. Dragon will be a better ruler over the world, or he just will be one of the big tyrants, and this kind of thing. Yeah, reason why I always compare Monkey D. Dragon and Rock D. Beck, because most of them have very similar ideology. Both of them want to overthrow the world government, and specifically overthrow the Celestial Dragon, on this kind of thing. So that is the reason why they're so similar. So Rock's, the Revolutionary Army, are very similar to each other. The only difference here is that one of them is a pirate crew, the other one is not a pirate crew, but they are extremely similar with their leader, like Monkey D. Dragon and Rock D. Beck. And that is the reason why I really want to see Kaido's backstory, because I really want to know who Rock D. Beck is. Is Rock D. Beck the father of Monkey D. Dragon, or is Rock D. Beck Monkey D. Dragon? I do not know. It's just I just want to see that. So maybe that is one of the reasons why I was interested in this chapter, because I much more look forward to this kind of thing. Yeah, and that is really everything I really want to say about this chapter. Yeah, okay, bye.